Have you ever looked up in the night sky, wondering how many interesting stars and objects are out there? I did as a small kid, and ever since I kept watching and searching for the next interesting thing. Especially for those that can be seen with my own eyes, binoculars, or maybe cheap customer telescopes. And there is quite a few, so I put together this list of top 5 things you can see in the night sky. Before we start, let me put a little disclaimer. I live in Europe, and as such, these entries are visible from Northern Hemisphere mainly. That's Asia, Europe and Northern America. So some of these might not be visible from anywhere else, but majority of them should be visible around the globe. I will put small icons showing whether you can see this phenomenon anywhere or just in Northern Hemisphere to the top left corner, and I will also add icon of telescope to indicate that seeing it with telescope is better experience. So let's start with number 1, the flares. Have you ever looked up and seen weird light that flies across the sky while periodically dimming, disappearing and appearing again? Well, if so, you've already seen it. It's so-called flare, also known as a satellite flare or satellite glint. In other words, you've probably seen satellite, rocket booster or some big chunk of debris that's orbiting our planet. To reliably see these, all you have to do is to go out on a clear night, ideally right after sunrise, right after sunset or before sunrise, and keep looking up. There are so many satellites and debris around the planet that you will surely see one in no time. Number 2, the planets. It's true that seeing most planets, even with a decent telescope, is underwhelming. Unless we are talking about Saturn, that's a really stunning image. But did you know that you can actually see some of the planets even with naked eye? Well, not exactly the whole planet, but you can tell the difference between star and planet easily. And it might be a cool party trick or something to show your partner on date under stars. All you have to do is to realize that star does kinda really look like a star that kids might draw on paper, while planets are more like small circles in the sky. It takes a while to spot the difference, but once you do, you are not gonna unsee it. Also, some of the planets does have unique properties. For example, Mars is reddish and Jupiter is really big and bright. Beside Mars, Saturn and Jupiter, Venus is also visible with naked eye. Unfortunately this year, that's 2023, only Mars is visible through the night on North Hemisphere, meaning that Southerners can enjoy full view of the rest of the 3 planets. An easy cheat to finding these is that all the planets are usually scattered on the moon's trajectory. Number 3, International Space Station, or ISS for short. I intentionally did not mention it together with the flares because alongside some other satellites, it behaves differently. But ISS is the easiest to spot, that's why I mentioned it in the number 3. Anyway, it orbits Earth quite frequently and as such can be seen periodically a few times through the night that it can be seen at all. If you are after ISS or other satellites that does not look like flares, it is especially important to look up right after sunset or before sunrise, as the sun will be illuminating the station and it will appear literally as a rapid moving bright star that just flies overhead through the skies in matter of seconds. Seeing it the first time is a little bit eerie, and I bet it's the main culprit when it comes to UFO sightings. And as I said, same as ISS, many of other satellites can be seen flying in similar style, so even if ISS is not making pass over your head tonight, there is still a chance to catch some of the others. Number 4, meteors. As summer is already here, planet Earth will be having some meteor showers quite soon. That means a lot of meteors will be occurring in rather quick successions, allowing you to see a lot of so-called falling stars during just few nights. The 2 main events will occur worldwide by the end of July, peaking between July 29 and July 30. And then another meteor shower is expected to happen around middle of August from 11th to 13th. They are the main and popular events, but there is more meteor showers happening through the whole year, so just go out and watch the night sky. Maybe you'll get lucky. And if you get really lucky, you might even see the so-called bolide, which is a rare kind of meteor that not only burns in the atmosphere, but also explodes in a big ball of flame. I only seen it once and it's a stunning event. Number 5, Moon and Constellations. I originally wanted to include just Moon because seeing it first time with binoculars or literally any telescope is awesome experience. Don't forget about the moon filter, It's quite bright, especially during full moon. But then I decided to group it together, as these are the two easiest phenomena to see on the night sky through the year, and mainly on your own terms, and are easy to locate and start with. Also, being able to show constellations to your friends, significant others, and surprise them with this random knowledge is always cool. The easiest constellation to spot is Small Bear, also known as Ursa Major, part of which is another constellation called Big Dipper, and Orion constellation, which can be easily located by finding Orion's belt, that's constellation of 3 stars. And that's it for the top 5 list. Hope you enjoyed this video and that I earned your sub and like. Do you have your own top 5 things to see in night sky? Share them in the comment section below, and I will catch you next time.